Greetings, Shalama or peace, and welcome to our channel, the Ministry of the Real Truth, where we will explore and then expose the claims, the so-called claimed facts and supposed evidence of conspiracy and the lies being told us, unsold us, about what Jesus and his 12 disciples supposedly said, and what the three major organized religions, Judaism, Christianity and Islam, claim, right? Claim as fact, claim as evidence, claim as proofs that are irrefutable and infallible, and so forth, and how they've told us all of this, right? Telling us, oh, it's the gospel truth according to Jesus, right? And the 12 disciples, that they've unsold us, they've told us and unsold us as the truth, and why they have been lying to us, how they've been lying to us, and why they've been lying to us for many decades. We'll look at the real truth behind Noah's Ark, the biblical narrative, the Christian claim, the claim of Judaism, Islam versus the Babylonian cuneiform text translated by Irving Finkel and his efforts, Ron Wyatt's claims. Okay, we'll compare the truth versus the lies, the true Sabbaths of the true Sabbaths versus the untrue Sabbaths, the Seventh-day Adventist claims that the Sabbaths are always on a Saturday, always have been, versus the world's last chance, which is a breakaway from them, who realized and showed evidence that that was never the case, versus what the Bible actually says in Exodus, okay, about the true Sabbaths and who should be following the true Sabbaths, who it was given to, and so forth. And do we, as Gentiles or people of other nations, have to follow that Sabbath? Okay. Do we have to follow the dictates of people telling us we have to follow those ancient Sabbaths? Okay. We'll look at did Jesus really exist? Okay. The claims of Christianity versus Judaism, who have a anti-Jesus, he's not the Messiah stance. They're saying Christians got it all wrong because they don't know the language, etc., etc. But Christians are adamant that it's all true because it's in the New Testament. Also, yeah, so we'll bring the proofs through the ancient Galilean-Aramaic New Testament, translated into English by a native-born Aramaic-speaking translator, Victor N. Alexander. He's had about 25 to 30 years experience. Versus atheism, who say, no, it's just a fairy tale, he never existed. There's no such person. So we'll bring you that evidence inside the Aramaic New Testament and also the outside evidence. Okay, we'll look at the Bible stories versus the Masoret texts, well, the Bible stories and the Masoret texts, and how they were translated by Italian translator Mauro Baglino through an interview he had with Sarah White through a translator, and Zechariah Sitchins and his claims and other people's claims, and a student that was murdered and so forth. And we'll have a look at the modern Americanized Bible versions versus the original ancient manuscripts, the Galilean-Aramaic and Andrew Gabriel Roth's Syriac Peshitta, Eastern Syriac Peshitta. Okay. Yeah, and we'll compare those to these modern Americanized modern Bible versions that be pumped out into the world and you have them all today. Okay. These copies are copies of copies of copies. Okay, and the errors, the contradictions, the so-called mistakes, bad translations, mistranslations, and so forth. Okay. Yeah, we'll look at the American Bible Society and their lies, the false churches, the charismatic prosperity, and others who state the Bible says this, Jesus said that, when he didn't. You can expose those. Them. What the rabbis of Judaism say, we cover that. Claim the anti-Jesus stance versus what Christianity claims. The difference being that they're both different sects. Okay. Yeah, so we might do that as a little series because I don't want the video to be too long. So this is basically a heads up to what we're going to do, and we'll put it up on our channel, the Ministry of the Real Truth, so you can have a look at it, and then you can subscribe to our channel if you like this idea. Give us a like, add your comments below in the comment section so we know this is something you really want, because this is quite a difficult thing to do because there's so much work involved. But yeah, we'll probably do it over small videos over a series of time. Okay, i.e. series. Yeah, so we don't want to put in all this effort and find no one's interested in it. This is really good stuff that people should know if they're claiming to be true Christians or real Christians and walking with God in the Spirit of truth and all that sort of stuff. Well, we have evidence that you're not. Okay, sorry about that, but you're not, because if you have the original manuscripts translated into English from hidden and preserved for over 2,000 years, and then you have your other versions, your modern versions, your Americanized modern versions as such, right? Jerusalem Bible, King James Bible, New King James Bible, ESV, AV, RSV, then, and you're preaching from this, right, which is coming from one mother church, translated from the Hebrew text, original Hebrew text, into Greek, and then into Old Germanic, and then into Old Latin, and then into English, modern English. Then, yeah, if they have like this agenda, this hidden plan, and it's supposedly all corrupted, their scribes, like say Luther and Protestant ones that followed, they corrupted them all, they mistranslated them, they got it all wrong, they botched it up until the 1900s, when the American Bible was used, which is basically the King James Bible, and then they botched translating the King James into the Syriac and all that sort of stuff. Okay, it's all the information will be coming from here, and also other sources, verifiable sources, right? I'll leave the links and all that sort of stuff, so you can contest it, okay, to see that we're not lying to you, that we're not trying to pull the wool over your eyes, yeah, and so forth. So if you really like this idea, then support this new ministry, the Ministry of the Real Truth. Okay, if you're out there in New Zealand land, that'd be great. Come and see us sometime. We're thinking about doing a big banner, putting it up on our house. We're trying to get in better, bigger residents, because we're going to hit the streets, and yeah. So yeah, watch out for us, look out for us. Okay. Yeah, so if you like this video, subscribe to our channel, add your comments, give us a like, and yeah, to let us know what you think. And yeah, then go tell all your Jew, Christian and Muslim friends, hey man, for years, for decades they've been pulling the wool over your eyes, fooling you, telling you this truth, selling you this truth that's not actually the truth. Okay, and here's why. Yeah, on this guy, the educators YouTube channel, The Ministry of the Real Truth. So take a look at it. Yeah, it might blow your mind. Well, I think it's going to blow the religious world, because this is like exposing them all for their lies that they're telling us is the gospel truth. The gospel truth, when we have the evidence that it's not. What they're telling us is not. Okay, and so forth. Okay, so we'll see you then. Looking forward to your comments and so forth. Okay, until then, shalom, peace.